Welcome back to our channel, my dear friends. I hope you are doing great and ready to learn a powerful life lesson today. Sometimes, the strongest answer is no answer. Someone insults you, someone misunderstands you, or someone tries to make you angry. Your first reaction may be to argue, shout, or prove yourself. But many times, reacting immediately only makes the situation worse. Real strength is not shown by how loudly you speak. Real strength is shown by how well you control your emotions. Not reacting does not mean you are weak. It means you are wise enough to protect your peace. It means you choose to stay calm instead of allowing someone else to control your mind. When you stop reacting to everything, you think more clearly, make better decisions, avoid unnecessary problems, and save your energy for the things that truly matter. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Not every battle deserves your energy. One of the biggest signs of wisdom is knowing when not to react. Many people think they must answer every insult, defend themselves in every argument, and prove themselves to everyone. But the truth is, not every battle is worth fighting. Some people do not want to understand you. They only want a reaction. They want to see you become angry, upset, or frustrated. The moment you lose control of your emotions, they have already won. Your peace is too valuable to give away so easily. Imagine someone says something negative about you. You have two choices. The first choice is to react immediately. You become angry, argue, and keep thinking about it for the rest of the day. The second choice is to stay calm, smile, and move on with your life. Which choice gives you more peace? The second one. When you refuse to react to unnecessary negativity, you protect your mind. You save your time, your energy, and your happiness. This does not mean you should never speak. Sometimes you must stand up for yourself. Sometimes you need to say the truth. But before you speak, ask yourself, will my reaction improve this situation? If the answer is no, silence may be the strongest response. Strong people do not waste their energy on every small problem. They know their energy is limited, so they use it wisely. They focus on their goals, their family, their health, and the things that truly matter. Remember, people may try to steal your peace, but only you can give it away. The next time someone tries to make you angry, do not react immediately. Take a deep breath. Stay calm. Think before you speak, because your greatest power is not always in your words. Sometimes, your greatest power is in your silence. Always remember, you do not have to attend every argument you are invited to. Protect your peace, protect your energy, and choose your battles wisely. Lesson 2. Control your emotions before they control you. Your emotions are powerful, but they should never become your master. If you react to every feeling of anger, frustration, or disappointment, you give your emotions control over your life. Strong people do not lose control every time something goes wrong. They pause, think, and then choose the best response. Imagine someone speaks to you in a rude way. Your first reaction may be to shout back. But if you react immediately, you may say something that you regret later. A few seconds of anger can damage a friendship, a relationship, or even an opportunity. That is why learning to pause is so important. When you feel angry, do not answer immediately. Take a deep breath. Stay quiet for a moment. Give yourself time to think. Ask yourself, will my reaction solve the problem, or will it make the problem bigger? Most of the time, a calm response is much more powerful than an angry one. Remember, anger is temporary, but the words you speak can stay with someone for a long time. Once words leave your mouth, you cannot take them back. This is why wise people choose their words carefully. Controlling your emotions does not mean you never feel angry, sad, or disappointed. These feelings are normal. It simply means you do not let those feelings make your decisions. Your emotions should inform you, not control you. Another important thing to remember is that not everything deserves your attention. Some comments are not worth answering. Some people are not worth arguing with. Some situations become smaller when you refuse to react. When you stay calm, you think more clearly. You make better decisions. You avoid unnecessary mistakes. Most importantly, you protect your peace. The next time life tests your patience, remember that you always have two choices. You can react with emotion, or you can respond with wisdom. Choose wisdom. Because the person who controls their emotions is always stronger than the person who lets emotions control them. Always remember, the greatest victory is not winning an argument. The greatest victory is winning control over yourself. Lesson 3. Silence can protect your dignity. Many people believe silence means weakness. But sometimes, silence is the strongest way to protect your dignity. When someone insults you, lies about you, or tries to pull you into unnecessary drama, your first feeling may be to answer immediately. You may want to prove that you are right. You may want to explain yourself again and again. But not everyone deserves an explanation. Some people are not listening to understand you. They are only waiting for another reason to argue. In such situations, speaking more does not create peace. It only creates more noise. Silence helps you step away from that noise. It shows that you do not need to fight for attention. You do not need to prove your value to people who have already decided to misunderstand you. Your dignity becomes stronger when you stop begging others to see your truth. This does not mean you should remain silent in every situation. If someone is treating you badly, you can speak clearly and set a boundary. You can say, "I do not accept this behavior. I will not continue this conversation. I need some distance." Then walk away calmly. This is very different from shouting, insulting, or losing control. A calm boundary protects you. An angry reaction often weakens you. Sometimes people keep provoking you because they enjoy your reaction. When you stop giving them that reaction, they lose control over you. Your silence tells them, "You cannot disturb my peace so easily. You cannot force me into every argument. You do not control my emotions." That is real strength. Silence also gives you time to understand the situation. Maybe the other person is angry. Maybe they are hurt. Maybe they are speaking without thinking. If you react immediately, you may create a bigger problem. But if you pause, you can decide whether the situation needs a reply, a boundary, or no attention at all. Remember, dignity is not about winning every argument. Dignity is about remaining true to your values even when someone else loses control. You do not need to become rude because someone was rude to you. You do not need to become negative because someone brought negativity. You do not need to lower yourself to match another person's behavior. Stay calm. Speak only when your words have value. Walk away when the conversation becomes disrespectful. Protect your dignity without creating more drama. Always remember, silence is not empty. Sometimes it carries more strength, self-respect, and wisdom than 1,000 angry words. Lesson 4. Your peace is more valuable than being right. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing they must win every argument. They feel that if someone disagrees with them, they have to prove they are right. They keep explaining, defending themselves, and arguing until they become tired and frustrated. But ask yourself one simple question. What is more important, winning the argument or protecting your peace? Many times you can have one or the other, but not both. There are people who do not want the truth. They only want to argue. No matter how clearly you explain your point, they will continue disagreeing because their goal is not understanding. Their goal is to keep the conflict alive. If you keep reacting, you give them your time, your energy, and your peace. Your peace is too valuable to waste on people who are not willing to listen. Being right is not always the most important thing. Sometimes the wisest decision is to smile, stay calm, and walk away. This does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you have accepted defeat. It means you are mature enough to know that your peace is worth more than your pride. Think about how many times people lose sleep because of one argument. They keep thinking about what happened. They replay the conversation again and again in their mind. They imagine what they should have said. They carry that anger into the next day. The argument may have ended, but the stress continues. Is that really worth it? Most of the time, the answer is no. You should not allow one person's words to control your entire day. When you protect your peace, you protect your health, your happiness, and your ability to think clearly. Peace also helps you make better decisions. An angry mind often says things it later regrets. A peaceful mind chooses words carefully. A peaceful mind listens before speaking. A peaceful mind understands that not every opinion needs a response. You will also meet people who criticize you no matter what you do. If you succeed, they may become jealous. If you fail, they may laugh. If you stay quiet, they may call you weak. If you speak confidently, they may call you proud. You cannot control what people say, but you can control how much power you give to their words. When you stop trying to please everyone, you become free. You no longer waste your energy proving your value to people who refuse to see it. Instead, you spend that energy improving yourself, helping others, and building the life you want. That is a much better use of your time. Remember, peace does not come because life becomes perfect. Peace comes because you stop giving every problem permission to live inside your mind. Choose your battles wisely. Speak when your words can make a difference. Stay silent when silence is the stronger choice. Walk away when the conversation no longer has respect. Protect your heart from unnecessary negativity. Protect your mind from unnecessary stress. And protect your future from decisions made in anger. Always remember this. You do not have to win every argument to win in life. Sometimes the greatest victory is walking away with your peace still in your heart. Lesson 5. Do not give other people control over your happiness. One of the greatest mistakes you can make is allowing other people to control your emotions. If your happiness depends on how people treat you, what they say about you, or whether they approve of you, then your peace will always be in someone else's hands. Think about it. If one negative comment can destroy your whole day, then that person has power over your emotions. If one insult can make you angry for hours, then you have given that person control over your mind. Do not give anyone that power. Your happiness is too valuable to be controlled by other people's opinions. There will always be people who misunderstand you. Some people will judge you without knowing your story. Some people will criticize you no matter how hard you try. Some people will never appreciate your kindness. If you react to every negative word, you will spend your whole life feeling hurt and disappointed. Instead, learn to ask yourself, does this opinion really matter? Will this comment help me become a better person? If the answer is no, let it go. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. You should listen to people who truly care about you and want to help you grow. Good advice is valuable because it helps you improve. But there is a difference between helpful advice and unnecessary criticism. Helpful advice makes you stronger. Unnecessary criticism only steals your peace. Learn to know the difference. Another important lesson is that you cannot control what other people think, but you can always control your response. You cannot stop someone from judging you. You cannot stop someone from speaking negatively. You cannot stop someone from misunderstanding you. But you can stop their words from living in your mind. The moment you stop taking everything personally, you become emotionally stronger. Many times, people's words say more about them than about you. An angry person often spreads anger. An unhappy person often spreads negativity. An insecure person often criticizes others. Do not carry their emotional burden. Leave it with them. Protect your own heart. You should also stop trying to make everyone happy. No matter how kind you are, someone will still dislike you. No matter how honest you are, someone will still misunderstand you. No matter how hard you work, someone will still criticize you. That is life. Your job is not to make everyone happy. Your job is to live with honesty, kindness, and self-respect. If you know that your actions are good, do not lose your peace because of one person's opinion. Spend your energy becoming a better person instead of trying to prove yourself to everyone. Every minute you spend arguing with negative people is a minute you cannot spend improving your own life. Choose growth instead of arguments. Choose peace instead of drama. Choose wisdom instead of reacting. The happiest people are not those who never face criticism. They are the people who refuse to let criticism control their lives. They understand that their value does not come from other people's opinions. Their value comes from their character, their actions, and the way they live. So every morning, remind yourself, I will not let other people's words decide my happiness. I will protect my peace. I will focus on becoming better, not on pleasing everyone. This simple mindset can completely change your life. Remember, your happiness is your responsibility. Do not place it in someone else's hands. Always remember this. The day you stop giving other people control over your emotions is the day you become truly free. Lesson 6. A calm mind makes better decisions. One of the greatest benefits of not reacting is that it gives you time to think. When your mind is calm, you can see situations more clearly. But when you react in anger, fear, or frustration, you often make decisions that you later regret. Think about the biggest mistakes people make. Many of them happen in just a few moments of uncontrolled emotion. A few angry words can break a friendship. One careless message can damage a relationship. One emotional decision can create problems that last for years. That is why learning to stay calm is so important. A calm mind does not mean you never feel angry, hurt, or disappointed. It means you do not allow those emotions to control your actions. When something upsets you, Do not react immediately. Pause. Take a deep breath. Give yourself a few moments to think. Ask yourself, what is the best response? Will my reaction solve this problem? Will I be proud of my words tomorrow? These simple questions can stop you from making many painful mistakes. A calm person sees opportunities where others only see problems. While everyone else is reacting with emotion, they are looking for a solution. This is why calm people often make wiser decisions. Imagine you receive an angry message from someone. Your first thought may be to reply with the same anger. But if you wait for a while, your emotions become quieter. You may realize that a calm answer is much more powerful than an angry one. Sometimes, after waiting, you may even decide that no reply is needed. That is the power of staying calm. A calm mind also helps you during difficult times. Life will always bring challenges. You may lose an opportunity, face criticism, or experience failure. If you panic every time something goes wrong, you will make the situation even harder. Instead, stay calm and ask, what can I learn from this? What is the next right step? This mindset helps you move forward instead of getting stuck in negative emotions. Another benefit of a calm mind is that people trust you more. When others know that you do not lose control easily, they feel safe talking to you. They respect your patience and your ability to handle difficult situations. Your calmness becomes your strength. Remember, being calm does not mean being silent forever. It simply means you choose your words carefully. You speak when your words bring value, not when your emotions take control. Every time you choose patience over anger, you become mentally stronger. Every time you stay peaceful instead of reacting, you build self-control. Every time you think before speaking, you protect your relationships and your future. So train yourself to slow down before reacting. Not every problem needs an immediate answer. Not every opinion needs a response. Not every difficult moment needs an emotional reaction. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is stay calm, think clearly, and respond with wisdom. Always remember, a calm mind sees what an angry mind cannot. The more control you have over your emotions, the better decisions you will make, and the better your life will become. Lesson 7. Your power begins when you choose your response. The final lesson is the most important one. Your real power is not in controlling other people. Your real power is in controlling your response. You cannot control what people say about you. You cannot control how they behave. You cannot control whether they respect you, understand you, or agree with you. But you can always control what you do next. This is where your freedom begins. Many people lose their peace because they keep trying to control things that are outside their hands. They want everyone to behave correctly. They want everyone to speak kindly. They want every situation to go their way. But life does not work like that. Difficult people will exist. Unfair situations will happen. Plans will fail. People may disappoint you. Someone may misunderstand your silence, your kindness, or your intentions. You cannot stop all of this, but you can decide whether these things will control your mind. Imagine that someone says something rude to you. In that moment, they have given you a situation, but they have not decided your response. You can shout back. You can insult them. You can carry the anger for the whole day. Or you can pause, stay calm, and choose what protects your dignity. That choice belongs to you. The moment you understand this, You stop living like a puppet controlled by other people's actions. You no longer say, "They made me angry." Instead, you say, "I felt angry, but I chose how to respond." That small change is powerful because it brings responsibility back to you. Responsibility does not mean blaming yourself for everything. It means understanding that your next step is still in your hands. Someone may hurt you, but you decide whether you will keep carrying that pain. Someone may disrespect you, but you decide whether you will lose your self-respect. Someone may invite you into an argument, but you decide whether you will enter it. Not reacting immediately gives you time to choose wisely. It creates a small space between what happens and what you do. Inside that space, you can protect your future. You can stop one angry sentence from damaging a relationship. You can stop one emotional message from creating a bigger problem. You can stop one bad moment from destroying your whole day. This does not mean you must accept everything quietly. Sometimes you need to speak. Sometimes you need to defend yourself. Sometimes you need to say no. Sometimes you need to leave. But there is a big difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction is fast, emotional, and often careless. A response is calm, thoughtful, and clear. A reaction says, "I will hurt you because you hurt me." A response says, "I will not accept this behavior, but I will not lose myself either." That is strength. When you respond instead of reacting, you begin to protect many important things. You protect your peace. You protect your words. You protect your relationships. You protect your reputation. You protect your future from decisions made in one emotional moment. You also become harder to manipulate. Some people know exactly how to provoke you. They understand which words make you angry, which topics make you emotional, and which situations make you lose control. If they can control your reaction, they can control your behavior. But when you stay calm, their power becomes smaller. They may still speak. They may still try to upset you, but they cannot easily control you anymore. Your calmness becomes a wall around your peace. This is why not reacting is not weakness. It is emotional freedom. You are no longer controlled by every comment, every opinion, or every small problem. You become more selective. You ask yourself, does this deserve my attention? Will responding help anything? Am I protecting my peace or feeding the drama? Will I be proud of this response later? These questions help you choose wisdom over emotion. You should also understand that not every problem needs to be solved immediately. Sometimes time reveals the truth. Sometimes silence shows people who you really are. Sometimes walking away gives you the clarity that an argument never could. You do not need to explain yourself to everyone. The people who truly know your character do not need a long explanation. And the people who have already decided to misunderstand you may not accept any explanation. So stop wasting your life trying to prove your heart to every person. Let your actions speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your character speak. Truth does not always need a loud voice. Sometimes it only needs time. There will also be moments when you fail to stay calm. You may react badly, speak in anger, or regret your words. Do not use one mistake as a reason to give up. Accept it. Apologize if needed. Learn what triggered you. Prepare a better response for next time. Self-control grows through practice. You may not master it in one day, but every time you pause before speaking, you become stronger. Every time you walk away from unnecessary drama, you become wiser. Every time you choose peace over pride, you become freer. Start with a simple habit. When you feel angry, do not answer immediately. Count slowly. Take a deep breath. Drink some water. Leave the room for a few minutes. Write the message, but do not send it yet. Give your emotions time to become quieter. Then decide what the situation truly needs. Maybe it needs a calm conversation. Maybe it needs a clear boundary. Maybe it needs forgiveness. Maybe it needs distance. Maybe it needs no response at all. A wise response is not always the same, but it always comes from a clear mind. From today, make a promise to yourself. I will not give every person control over my emotions. I will not answer every insult. I will not make permanent decisions because of temporary anger. I will pause, think, and choose wisely. I will protect my peace without losing my self-respect. The world may test your patience. People may test your character. Life may place you in situations that make you want to react. But remember, your response belongs to you. That is your power. Not reacting does not mean you have nothing to say. It means you are strong enough to decide when your words are necessary. It does not mean you are afraid. It means you refuse to lose yourself just because someone else lost control. It does not mean you are weak. It means your peace is no longer easy to steal. My dear friends, always remember this. Not every situation deserves your reaction, but every situation deserves your wisdom. Real strength is not shown by shouting louder or winning every argument. Real strength is staying calm, protecting your peace, and choosing your response wisely. From today, do not let anger control your words or let other people's behavior control your happiness. The more you control your emotions, the stronger, wiser, and more confident you become. If this video helped you, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next motivational lesson. Keep your mind calm, keep your heart peaceful, and remember, the greatest power is not reacting. I'll see you in the next video.